So welcome back, guys, to another episode of Crypto and Friends. We had a little bit of a delay on the launch, but welcome. We have more friends this time to discuss what is happening in the cryptocurrency space. This whole segment is meant to be a very casual, informal, and multi-viewed take on what's happening. We've got both bears and bulls today. This is very exciting because I do want to smack a few of them in their faces for being a bear, but we do have to listen to what they have to say. So let's do a quick round of introductions. We got Robin here. I guess like for our introduction round, let's make it interesting. So our introduction round, you introduce who you are and if you are bearish and bullish, and I'll smack you in the face if you're bearish. All right, let's go. Let's go with Robin first.
Sure. Hi, I'm Rob. People call me a bit of a bear because I prefer the voice of reason, right? But we'll talk about that in a bit. And yeah, I used to be a former web developer, and I'm in crypto since 2013, and currently working with Polkastarter.
Nice. Oh, so I do have to smack you. Like you said, you're both a bear and a voice of reason. So. That is unacceptable, sir. Go back to your room.
100 IQ.
Exactly, 100 IQ, sir. All right, we got Matt. Matt, let's hear your story. That's your background. I'm excited to hear.
So I'm Matt Lichinsky. I guess I'm a bit of a bull, along the shit out of everything. I don't know if I can say that on here, but yeah, I'm bulling this market completely. I am one of the founders of Travala.com, and I'm also one of the founders of HowDoWe.com. We'll get to that later on.
Awesome. Travala, man. That's where it's at. You can travel with your crypto, guys. All right. We got Nathan from Crypto Knots. I guess you need no introduction, but we're still gonna get you one anyways. Let's do this.
What's up, guys? So I run the Crypto Knots YouTube channel and help Boxmining out a lot. And I'm bullish, but I have been taking profits every time there's a new all-time high. Not because, well, if you're bullish, you should definitely be, all in. But no, I mean, I gotta pay rent and stuff, so I just do what I gotta do, And so we're a YouTube educational channel. We're kind of like Disney or Sesame Street, Magic School Bus for crypto, explaining really difficult topics and almost like
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Do you have a song? Do you dance? Like...
No. That should be next. Maybe we'll come up with a song.
All right. That's the next objective for Crypto and Friends. And then we got Leslie from GBV.
Hey guys, I'm Leslie, co-founder of GBV. I'm a bit bearish in the markets right now. So my exposure is only 120%. Yeah.
So I mean, you started this episode by posting longs, right? You're trading perps, your longs. You're only 120%. What's going on, man? What is going on?
I think in this market, generally, I would say, it depends on the state of the market. We're in sort of a structural Zuper cycle. Is that what they call it? I think a lot of people are still coming in and still skeptical about the asset class, but it is getting more and more kind of less reasonable in terms of valuations. But I do think there's a lot of narratives that are coming out soon, especially on ETH as well, and a lot of retail coming in and starting to figure out what DeFi is through BSC and these other channels. So I don't know if you saw my list of longs, but there's a lot of BSC projects, ETH projects, and also exchanges. Projects that benefit from sort of more retail participation. I think that's going to be very interesting the next few months. I think it's still there, but we'll see.
Michael, you're muted.
You're on mute, Michael.
All right. I said we got to get you to get on your ape season shirt. This is where you need to go flash your gear, man. Flash your gear. Cheer us on. So okay, let's take a quick look at the market. Let me get the market. Let's bring everything up here. Let me just throw this on. Let's do that. Share screen. Don't show these tips. All right. So we have these markets up right here. I mean, honestly, I think things are looking pretty okay, actually, to be honest. I mean, the biggest standout, and this is something we got to discuss, is Dogecoin. Right? Dogecoin is it's bringing up the entire markets right now. We got Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of staying back for the past day or so, but Should we get the bears? Let's get the bear to go first. All right, Rob, you're bearish. The bears get to go first, and we'll crush you. We'll crush you under the weight of the bulls. But yeah, Rob, how does this? How can you explain to me how this even looks bearish to you right now?
No, not like nothing about.
I'll put you on the spot.
Thanks, man. No, nothing about this looks bearish right now, right? But it does look, because there's so many narratives right now, right? Where people are talking about like a super cycle or like a double top cycle, right? And people are talking about 300,000 Bitcoin and laser eyes and only up meme, right? And when people become too bullish, everybody agrees that, when everybody is bearish, then it's the best time to buy, right? But now everybody is super bullish. So wouldn't that conclude that maybe we are approaching, some place in the market where maybe there is a heavy correction coming?
Makes sense.
Okay. All right, that's the voice of reason over here. That's the voice of reason. All right, buy low, sell high. Right now, quite high, not the lowest. No fear, no blood on the markets, and we're good. But Leslie, I'm gonna throw you up here because you're a perpetual ape on this, right? You're a perpetual ape. Do you think that's reasonable, or do you think that's gonna be some unreasonable aspects?
So when I think about Dogecoins, to get back there, I have a question. So I think a lot of the miners are shared between mining Dogecoin and some of the large coins. Like I'm gonna get raked for this, but there's shared mining on this, right? And I'm supposed to know this. But I guess I have a question. It seems to be kind of working well. What makes Bitcoin better than Dogecoin in terms of being a store of value? It's got similar sort of mechanics, and I think people are realizing this. And if Mark Cuban starts accepting Dogecoin for transactions and everyone else, it could. I mean, why wouldn't it rally? And there's the other thing. I mean, I'm not gung ho enough to get really long on Dogecoin, but there's no way you short this, right? I mean, like some of the other ones like Cardano and some of these other deals. They're not really building anything, but Dogecoin is just a store of value and it's got massive mean value. So I definitely don't want to short this if I'm not long this, for sure.
So that's your counter argument. That's the counter argument. You don't want to short this because you're gonna get wrecked. And I fully think so. I think I just talked to a friend yesterday who shorted Ethereum. Like, why would you short Ethereum during a bull market? Like that. I feel like my argument for this is like, these cycles can last very long. I feel like there is some irrationality in this market. I think that's something we can all agree on. Like, I think, a lot of people, who's been in this space for a long time, they'll be like, oh, we used to discuss fundamentals. Now we just discuss memes, right? And there's something intrinsically wrong with that. However, that being said, when the market goes crazy, it continues to go crazy. It's like the market can stay irrationally longer than it can stay solvent, right? We heard that quote during the Chainlink fiasco, where there was a fund that was trying to short Chainlink. They were very bearish on Chainlink, right? It was Zeus Capital. They were trying to drive Chainlink to zero. During that time when Chainlink was around $10 to $15, right? During that period, we saw they were placing huge shorts that would benefit the market if the market goes down, right? They think they're the biggest bears. They think market's gonna go down. They're shorting this. And then what happened? Well, Chainlink's now $40. Their position's completely liquidated, completely gone. And I think it exceeded people's expectations too. I think there was a point where people were saying, oh, the whales of Chainlink are just gonna push Chainlink to $17, $18 and then short and then dump. Right? Kill the Zeus Capital and then dump afterwards, right? But no, it just kept going, right? So I feel like it's such a situation where, like, for the bullish argument to take place, it's like this market is finally picking up steam. I feel like, whether you love it or not, like TikTok is going to drive a lot of adoption here. People who are younger, people who are even both younger people are coming in, and we see institutional investors are coming in. So I feel like, this is like one of the craziest times right now. Matt, do you have opinion on this? Like, are you excited? Are you bearish? You've been in this space for a long time too, right? So.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been in the space quite a while, and you know, I've seen multiple cycles, and you know, for me, like Robin said, we're kind of getting to a point where I'm looking to sell because
Oh, you're kind of bearish.
yeah, I am kind of bearish, and I do pivot towards that just because of the hype around this space right now, and normally that does indicate we are approaching like sort of top tier levels, and especially when you start to hear that, like, I don't know, parents at work are hearing about, I don't know, buying certain coins. It's like it's a bit of an indicator that, like, you know, maybe we are coming to like a top point, and especially when they're maybe like, you know, it's on like Sky News or some global news channels about, like, you know, crypto reaching X, Y, and Z prices. It starts to be a bit of an indicator for me that you know, we are hitting a certain high. That said, this market, I don't think it's got to the price point yet which it can like hit. I think, you know, 100k Bitcoin at least. At that point, that's really for me like an exit point for the whole market. But then, like, you know, like with Ethereum, like I didn't expect it to just hit 3,500 overnight, like it has just done. That's grown quite a lot. So I'm kind of bullish, kind of bearish. I'm sitting in the fence really.
All right. Okay, voice of reason number two. The voice of reason number two. Two people I need to slap next time I meet them. All right. I'll be like, have fun staying poor, suckers. All right. Cash out
Thanks,
100K. Have fun and staying poor. All right. That's why you only have this little yacht, right? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why we both still work.
Yeah. What's that? All right. Nathan. All right. What's your call? This week? Bearish, bullish? What's up, man?
Dude, I am super bullish. I'm a bull with caution, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm super bullish. I'm still like 99% into crypto, but I'm selling like 0.1% every all-time high. So I mean, still 99% in crypto, but I mean, people like, okay, so this Airbnb host, I stayed in New York like 2016, 2017. He hit me up. He was like, yo, do you remember me? You stayed at my place at the Airbnb 4 years ago. How do I buy crypto? Or you know, or people from like elementary school are hitting me up from Texas. They're like, yo, what's Dogecoin? How do I get in? You know, I just bought Robinhood. Can I buy crypto this way? Like, people have no idea what they're doing, but they're calling me to get into crypto. I'm just like, ooh, last time that happened, it dumped right after that. In 2017, when that happened, when people were calling me about crypto, I got them all into it. I was like preaching it to them, see a coin or whatever. And they bought it and they all got wrecked.
So isn't that big bull? Isn't that big bear indicator, sir? Sir, you're not making a good argument here.
Everybody got wrecked, and I was just like, I'm never gonna call
See, these two suckers are just laughing at you. Look at us. These two bears, the voices of reason here. They are just laughing your asses off at you, man. You got your friends wrecked. You're gonna get your Airbnb host wrecked. What is up with that?
Yeah, I'm just sharing a story from experience, and you know, if you don't learn from experience, then truly you're a retard. So I'm super bullish.
No,
I love it. I love it.
I mean, I think it's hard. You people, you know, there are real things being built in the space where people are using, and there's real value being generated compared to say 2017. And so you tell people, okay, look, buy ETH. Look at Uniswap. Look at SushiSwap. You know, look at Cake. These things are really building. Look at Cream. You know, and Compound. But then they go, but Cardano went up like X, or like what's it recently? Ethereum Classic. That's even better than Ethereum, right? Or like Cartesi, that went up. You know, and they just look at the top gainers, and then they FOMO into that, and that's not something I would keep long for. That's like trading, you know. It's good to play the game. You can get a position and then put like a trailing stop and just let it go. And if it makes a lot of money, you make a lot of money. Otherwise, you lose a little bit. You could do that, but I'm not telling guys to buy those. The problem is they think I screwed them. Like, you told me to buy the Solana, it only went up like 10%. Look at this other coin, you know. Look at Safe Moon or whatever it is, and so it's hard. I mean, people are coming in for the wrong reasons, right? They're coming into like 3x in a month or something like that. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think this is definitely people are looking for quick gains in this market. So I do want to show you guys this, right? So I've been looking at the rainbow chart. I mean, people familiar with us on my channel, like we're looking at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, and let me just throw that on my screen here. So this is the rainbow chart. Oopsie, add to stream. Okay, so this is okay. So this makes sense now. Okay, so you can see the time period. So this is all the way from 2012 all the way to 2021, which is right now. So it's a logarithmic chart. So it kind of, this is why it actually fits on a chart. But anyway, so it's a logarithmic chart. So it starts off at $3 down here, and then right now we are at $54,000. And it seems to be the case that Bitcoin goes through these cycles, right? So you can see, there's a bull cycle of here all the way in 2014, and then the last memorable one will be 2017. And then the rainbow tells you kind of which phase of the cycle we're at, right? So I feel this is kind of interesting. I was like, this is like is this a bubble phase? So we got a perfect representation of that. We got 50-50. We got Robin thinking it's a bear cycle where we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down here maybe. Matt's on the fence, but we also, like, I personally think we can hit 150,000. We can go a little bit further up here. What do you guys think of this? Like, do you think this is real? Because like something that we did see, and I want to add this as well. Like towards the end, 2017 was insane, and being around in 2017, something we noticed is that we did have early on in 2017 we did have like taxi drivers and people asking me, like people even identified me on the airport, right? I was like, wow, like what the hell, like so there was a period, there were multiple periods during this time when everyone was talking about crypto, but it was the craziest time was towards the end of the cycle where everything went nuts. Right. So my argument here is that, yes, we're definitely closing up on the maximum bubble territory. But at the same time, this is some of the most profitable times around. You don't want to miss out on this one. So, OK, so I guess we'll go around and see, if anyone has any strong opinions, what do you guys take? What's your guys' take on this? Do you think this is accurate? Do you think we're already at the peak? What's up?
I actually think it's a very good indicator, right? And I like looking at this. To me, this looks like a time where we should start taking profits, right? Because as you just said, even if we are in fact in this like top bubble, right, top part of the bubble, and it is the most profitable, then isn't this the time where you would like progressively take money out to be less and less exposed over time, but to maximize profits?
I could, but sir, I will argue, sir, 14,000. Isn't it better to take out at 14,000 than at 5,000, sir? What if we go up to beyond this, right? A little bit beyond this, 300,000, sir. You're missing out 3x, right?
Okay.
He's like, okay, sure. We all get wrecked, and he's gonna be on this.
But I think it's good that there is caution here. But I guess like Nate, do you want to have your take on this?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty accurate chart. I mean, I'm hoping it's an accurate chart. Like I'm like 99% of crypto still. I'm like, and if it keeps going up, I'm gonna be like 98%, 97%. Maybe when it hits 150K, I'll be like 90%. But still, like I think taking profit is very important. I feel like taking profit is definitely a skill, because it's a skill I didn't have in 2017. I wrote it all the way up, wrote it all the way back down. Had to go get my old job. So I think just being a little bit practical is good. I do think that's an accurate representation, though. I feel like we still got ways to go.
Yeah, I think so too.
For sure. I think one of the best things is, like, best strategies is just taking out profits as it's going up and getting ready for the big short.
Yeah. I think there is a certain element of how much danger there is here as well. I think a lot of people don't realize, but this is an extremely volatile space, and in all seriousness, when 2017 collapsed, it was scary. right? It was like a 90% collapse, or in some coins. I think the people were very into Icon back then. Like it was something I wasn't into because I was like, I don't really buy 100x bags, but you know, some people were very into Icon, and it just collapsed like 90% in a very short space of time, and people were freaking out, right? And I think this is something that people need to be aware of. I think like if you have been in a while, I'm separating on my trading strategies. I've obviously, you know, at the start of a cycle, I've taken out a little bit of profits, but I haven't, you know, gone aggressive that. I feel like, you know, when we're reaching a point where maybe like when we're maybe here, maybe like at maybe 70, 80K, I'll probably take another 10, 20% profits. But at the same time, yeah, like I think people just need to understand the amount of danger there is in the space. You know, I'm ready for a complete collapse, especially with my altcoin bags. You know, they have been performing super well, but if there's a 95% correction, it goes down to almost nothing, I'm still going to be okay. I think that's quite important to remember. And I think that's the voice of reason guys coming in. But we have Smart Skill Wrestling says, OMG, Icon, I made 50K USD and lost it all holding. I'm bear market. So in the bear market. So it is true. It's like it goes down very, very fast. So I think, you know, you guys are experienced. I think especially Matt and Robin, you guys are, you know, on the right way where you're reasonable and you take profits. You know, hopefully not all profits, but taking 10, 20% profits along the way makes a lot of sense. So let's talk a little bit about altcoins as well. So I guess you know we're all dabbling in alts, right? We're all dabbling in alts. We all have our shit coins that we love. I affectionately call them shit coins. Okay, I guess we'll go around in a circle. We'll talk about, you know, one or two top shit coins of the week. All right, the top cryptos of the week. Those crazy ones that you might get into for those massive, insane gains. Not financial advice, of course. Let's go.
Who's up? Who's up?
I guess I'll go first.
All right.
So not long ago, actually, I started dabbling in Uniswap. It took me a while, really, after the hype bubble. I do own Uni, but that isn't the token I'm going to talk about. There's a token called World Token. It's like an NFT kind of thing. Anonymous team, which I don't normally touch things with an anonymous team, but yeah, I'm pretty bullish with it, to be honest. I think it has a lot to give. I spoke to the team, and I do think it's got like some big potential. So yeah, World Token off Uniswap, definitely.
Whale token, but Whale token is a social token, right? It's one
World,
of those, like...
World Token, not whale. World, like world.
How do you spell that?
WORLD.
Oh, world. Okay.
World.
It's your British accent. It's too good. It's too amazing. It's too amazing. All right, so World Token. I thought whale because I thought you're such a whale that you gotta support your own kind.
Not quite big enough.
Okay, World Token. All right, let me bring that on screen here. Let me see. Is this the one? Is this the one, sir? Let me see. Let's take a look. This one. All right, World Token. World.
Yeah, that's the one.
So why are you bullish? Why are you bullish, sir?
I just like the team behind it. They're very I don't know, when you got a good team, you got a good team. So it's an interesting one. It's a bit of an NFT platform. They're pivoting towards like different music things. Yeah, it's something that I'm interested in. It's something, obviously, you know, we can get to howdewey.com later with NFTs and stuff like that. But it's just a pretty cool project. The token has like a tax on it. Every transaction has a 3% tax, and it reduces the supply over time and things like that. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. World Token. All right. Let's go for Nate. Do you want to tell me your bags?
Dude,
your bags there.
I am super bullish on Orakuru right now.
Orakuru,
yeah.
Also
ORK.
Yep. ORK. I know Orakuru. There we go. Orakuru.
Yeah. I just feel like they're the Chainlink of BSC, right? So if it does anything close to what Chainlink has done, you know, I just feel like I'm really into BSC projects like Refinable, like NFT marketplaces. I feel like with the whole BSC ecosystem growing and being a thing, they're going to need an Oracle. Like that's non-negotiable. Like Chainlink is there for a reason, right? So that's just what I'm into right now. I'm looking at it. Gonna drop a video about it tomorrow morning. So it's cool. I mean, I'm bullish on that. So
Nice. All right, Robin, are you bullish on anything, or are you just bearish? Or are you just like bullish on USD?
No. I'm just I'm a bit on a bear. Thanks, man. No, man. I'm just a lot more conservative when it comes to my alts, right? So funny, actually, I'm quite big on Ava. Huge fan of Travala. So I'm quite big on
Nice.
that. And this back has been performing like a rocket, right? So the whole narrative, of course, is that COVID is going to be over and crypto is going to be bigger and everybody wants to travel. And man, big shout out to Travala. I've never gotten as many discounts as I had with them, right? So huge fan. So I'll continue buying that. And then of course long term back of mine always is Utrust, UTK, right? I know the team. I helped them with the ICO in 2017. Those guys are just super good, right? Like the team is just extremely good, and even the entire executive board, right? They're just killing it, right? They push out partnership and new merchants all the time. They're like the PayPal of crypto, right? And then of course Pulse, man. Working for Polkastarter, right? So huge fan. They just introduced a completely new tokenomics as well, right? Which hopefully helps everybody benefit a bit more. So Ava, UTK, and Pulse. Those are the three that I would say are the biggest positions, except for USD. Yeah.
All right. Of course. Leslie, do you have anything you want to talk about? What's on your radar?
I want to be the voice of reason on this one. The way I learned slowly about altcoins is a lot of these projects may not be around. It's just the nature of the beast in 1 or 2 years time. But if some of these go say 50x or 10x and some go to 0, is it better to kind of take your profit at like 2x, or is it better just to ride some of the stuff where some of them go to 0? I mean, the max you could lose is 1x, right? and the max, right? So I think generally we look for a lower market cap. I mean, we invest in a lot of projects on the primary side, as I guess people can see on our website. But we are looking at cheaper secondary ones too. I don't want to look at coins that are too crazy, but ones that we've sort of announced as well that we've looked at recently are Astro Tools and Sake. Sake was a AMM that was an AMM that was around the time of sushi. I don't know if you remember. Everyone's going crazy. It was yam, then sushi, and then there was kind of like a sake. And sake back then was like maybe they had 500 million TVL, which is actually quite good. But of course, like most AMMs, it kind of faded. But what they've been working on is sakeperp.fi, which is actually a futures or derivatives trading platform. If people want to look at it, it's sort of like a perpetual protocol, but on BSC. And if you bring up the page, thank you, Michael, for doing that. The design is very good. I mean, the most important thing about this is sort of the UX and user experience, right? And the design has been very good. So if you click on the top left-hand corner and yeah, exactly, it's quite nice. I think it's a lot nicer than what you see out there from a lot of other projects done better in the space that are more well known. Clearly, there's Perpetual Protocol, and there's also I think MC Dex. And some of these other ones which kind of work on a sort of VAMM. All I say is look at the market cap of Sake, and then look at the market cap of these other tokens. And it's not overnight that this is going to pump. I definitely don't have the news about that, but this is a project that's very good.
Definitely don't, right? just
buy sake.
Yeah, drink sake too. But these are sort of the analysis that we do. We sort of look for gems in the rough. There's a lot of other interesting projects as well. One is that we're still looking at. So no promises, but an interesting project you can look at is one called GraphLink. Don't know if you heard of it. GLQ. If you just look at the page, it's very interesting. It's like a flowchart non-coding system of writing algorithms that kind of give you data about when a trade happens, or even write a bot to trade on, say, Uniswap. So they've got you can actually see it. There's a lot of, you can have flow charts and everything. You know, I'm not actually not necessarily recommending this. I'm just saying there's a lot of interesting projects out there that we've been trying to look at. And
yeah,
so
you guys probably know the biggest sake show in my friendship circle right now. You guys know I've been talking a little bit about sake, but you know where it's coming from? This guy is where it's coming from. Okay, this guy is where it's coming from. So yeah, definitely want to follow up on that. Hopefully it's good. Especially if they do work, right? So I think like a lot of people probably forgot about it, but anyways, whatever. I showed it on screen, so it should be.
Yeah, so it's more like
good.
It's more like a diamond in the rough, because people kind of went in and kind of forgot about it maybe from 5 months ago, but they're back, and because they're back, that I'm more excited than say if they would just continue doing their sort of Uniswap fork.
GraphLink is really interesting. It reminds me of build.eth. Like from a developer standpoint, you can just drag and drop like the modules, and then you can build whatever you want with no code. Really, pretty interesting.
I haven't actually seen GraphLink, but yeah, let me Google that up in a sec. I'm not going to embarrass myself first, but let me Google that. Sorry. Let me hide my screen first, and then.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of bags, but yeah.
GLQ. Where do you get it from?
GLQ?
GLQ. That's the symbol. GLQ. Yeah. It's a GraphLink with a Q.
All right. GLQ. All right. I've never seen this, so this is something to add to my list of things to research.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's
got it. No,
this is really interesting. Yeah, this looks, from the description, it looks very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, then the question is, what is the market cap for this kind of thing, and you know, so, but these are, and I, you know, some of the things that we look at, you know, AstroTools is another one, of course. That one, people have been around for a while. They've been kind of quiet recently, but you know, they're building some things that they're going to roll out soon. So I'm very excited for that one as well. Yeah, and once again, look at the market cap. A lot of this is relative value. I feel like in this market, sometimes coins just pump because people focus on it, right? So if the project has decent traction, has a good team, they mean well, and you know, the market cap is pretty low compared to the other competitors, I feel like there's always a chance it does well when people actually notice it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you're the good one at finding these gems. I think I always have to listen to Leslie now, because he told me about alpha. Can I say that, Leslie, or is that kosher? Is that okay? Leslie's
it's
like,
kosher. It's kosher. I think I started banging my fist on the table right after launch pool because everyone's dumping. They didn't know what it was, and it went all the way down to like 2 cents. Binance launch pool, and we talked to the team, and this is one of the smartest teams in the space. I mean, that was at 2 cents. I mean, now it's $2.
Yeah. So Leslie showed me this. He was banging the table, but it wasn't loud enough. I was ignoring Leslie, and then he showed this to me at 20 cents. I'm like, all right, you know, I'm buying your 10x bags. You know, like, is this really the right play? Well, I did enter in that position. Now it's like $2. So thank you, Leslie. Congrats on your 100x, sir.
I think you told me about that. I think you told me about alpha too. I think Boxmining Michael told me about it. I didn't buy it. Dang it. I was like,
yeah, it's just one of those great ones. So anyways, let's move on from that. Hopefully you bang tables louder and tell our channel a little bit earlier about all these gems that you find in the rough, man. All right, let's give some time to Matt. So Matt, you're starting a new project, a new NFT project into this space. How do we?
Yeah.
Let's like, how did that begin? You know, like, what's your vision here for that?
So around 9 to 12 months ago, Traveler, I was the CEO of Traveler, and we went through a merger with a company called Travel by Bit, which was backed by Binance. At that time, me and the other founders kind of decided, you know, it was time for me to sort of hand over the CEO role to a more experienced CEO in the travel space. I built it to what it was, like, you know, an amazing project. It got to where I wanted it to be. I'm still a major shareholder, still a major token holder in AVA, like we discussed earlier. And I sort of started, you know, to look at other things to do. And then I started to see NFT marketplaces really pick up traction. Having built a marketplace before, it was kind of applicable to sort of go into the space with the experience that we had in the team, not with Travala, with the new team that we can obviously get onto in shortly. And there was a real pain point with the NFT marketplaces of they're not very user friendly. They're not there for like a mass audience to sort of, people that aren't in crypto can't just go and use an NFT marketplace. You've got to do all your research behind like your wallet and different things like that, which is really not. It's not going to cause mass adoption, and you've got all these huge celebrities promoting them. So at one side you've got the push from on the marketing perspective like happening, but then on the other side you haven't got the marketplaces to actually like they're not easy to use. They don't do everything all in one place, and that's really what you want from a marketplace. It's like you don't go to eBay just to buy and they don't just sell like PlayStations or Xboxes. They sell everything. Everything is there. So like that needs to happen with marketplaces, with NFT marketplaces as well. So that's really how Dewey was sort of conceptualized. How can we create sort of a multi-channel, multi-chain marketplace to mint, buy and sell, and also resell NFTs. And that's what we are creating, and we're about to release in the next 8 weeks. How Dewey.com is the multi-chain marketplace to create, buy, sell, and resell NFTs. Our key value proposition really isn't necessarily focused on the minting and the buying and the selling of the initial NFT. It's really on the resell. The platform will be going out on the Binance Smart Chain initially, and then it will be incorporating different chains like the Flow blockchain from Dapper Labs, the Ethereum chain, the crypto.com chain. So as a user, go and buy your NFT, a user or a collector, go and buy your NFT off all the different marketplaces, but come to our platform and resell them. Our user base will be focused on that resale market, similar to like people collecting Pokemon cards or Nike Dunks. It isn't necessarily Nike or the Pokemon store which has made the money on the NFT. It's actually the secondary market, and that's really our focus point here. So that's it in a nutshell.
Well, how do I spell the project? HODOOI.com.
It's a kind of funky name, right?
It's a bit of play on words. How do we?
How do we? How do we?
How do we? But with like the I's and E, like it's pronounced with an E. But the name really came about when we were sort of brainstorming, me and the team. How do we buy an NFT? And it was sort of a question. One of the guys said, like, how do I do this? Like and it just sort of, as it was on our whiteboard, it just kind of fit. And we found the domain, and we were all over it.
But it's a good question, right? How do we buy an NFT, right? I think this is the issue right now, where a lot of people, they come into the space, they're like, oh, you want to go on, where do you go, right? And you still need to kind of abstract the crypto from it. Like crypto offers a lot of opportunities for NFTs, right? Because all of a sudden you have a very transparent marketplace, you have provable. You can prove that this is unique. You can prove there's a limited supply. But the issue, of course, is like, oh, you send them a transaction ID. People are like, what? Like, how does that work? So I definitely think like that's the important part, is to be able to bring it to the masses, right? To be able to bring more to this. So that's definitely something that's super exciting. And any key dates that you have for Houdui that's coming up?
I've got some news releasing, some fairly big news releasing in around 5 hours time. So stay tuned to our channels. I'm not allowed to release it yet because it embargoes on some news outlets. So that should be interesting. That releases about 10 a.m. UK time. So that's our first major sort of partnership, sort of collaboration with a very, very high profile name in the traditional world. So that should be pretty cool. Apart from that, we've got some cool things coming up. We've got obviously the token sale that's going to happen in the next 4 weeks or so. Via Duck Down paid network, and then on track to listings and platform release in about 8 to 10 weeks time. And we'll be releasing some other partnerships with some other blockchains, some collaborations. We are going out on the Binance Smart Chain initially, just out of ease of use and the team's experience around it. But we are blockchain agnostic, so we will be quickly deploying other chains, some quite interesting ones. So that's basically it in a nutshell.
Nice. So I brought that on screen here. So I hope we can make that easier. I think this is the year where, like I think 5 years ago we would never thought NFTs and Dogecoin is gonna bring the masses into crypto, but reality is stranger than fiction. Like I think people would told you that you're nuts, but I think there is something here. I've been super big into NFTs for the longest time because I think there is an opportunity, and finally that we're getting there. We're getting there in a little bit crazy fashion, but yeah, we're getting there and we're making it super well. So I hope it goes well, man. Hope the launches go well. And if you guys want to check it out, how do we check it out? How do we check it out? So yeah, HODDOOI.com. Check it out. How do we check it out? But I think it's hard to spell how do we, but the token is HOD. HOD.
We might have to rebrand if you're saying that.
How HOD makes sense. All right. HOD to you. How do we? HODL. All right. Let's wrap up this session. So we're closing to the end of this session, guys. So do we have a consensus? Are we too crazy? I was gonna show you some fun videos on TikTok, but I can't load TikTok. This is the stupid thing. Like Hong Kong got like TikTok left Hong Kong. So that's unfortunate. So we'll bring some funny videos next time, guys. If you guys have any fun videos for me to share as well on this channel that you find funny, we'll bring that on. But let's take a conclusion. We have 700 something people watching right now. Where do you think we're going? So I guess a lot of people are asking this question, right? So this is the final question we have here. Okay, when will this bull market end? Because there will be an end at some point of time, right? That's we know that cycles are cycles. It'll have to end sometime, but the matter of is when. So I guess let's have some predictions out here.
For me, September.
September. That's soon. That's
September's the peak for me.
So you think the winter is coming? You got the first snow is starting to fall already.
Too much Game of Thrones there.
It used to be good. Okay, it used to be good. I still have memories when it was good. That was the end of Game of Thrones. When snow started falling over King's Landing, that was the end of Game of Thrones for me, anyways.
End of season 7.
End of season 6, probably season 6. But yeah, September. Which year though? September which year? We got John Weiss. September 2029. All right.
Based on the previous cycles, I'd say September this year.
Okay.
All right. Reasonable. Robin, you sooner or later? All right. We'll play sooner or later.
Yeah. So I subscribe to this idea of a double top, right? I do think that we will go through a market because we're moving a bit too fast for my taste, right? So I do think that in the next 2 or 3 months, we will see a double top that will end in a correction that will burn a lot of people and hopefully bash some reason into their minds, right? And then we can go a bit stronger after that. That's like the idea that I have. So 2 to 3 months for the initial correction, and then whatever comes after.
So you think, nice. but okay. So after the correction, you think there's going to be another run up, or you think we're going to be dead?
Yeah. No. I think I do like the idea. I do like the idea of like $200,000-$300,000 Bitcoin. I don't think it will happen now. I think we'll go like to 100, 110, maybe something like that, right? I think a lot of people will probably try to front run the 100K, but it will probably pass. Maybe we go even to 150 or something like that. But I think then at some point people will, because I see more and more people like that, right? That say, listen, this is too much. I want to take profits, hopefully because I tell them to. And I think there's going to be more and more people like that, so that we need the great reset, right? To go to this 300K Bitcoin, which I also believe is going to happen, just not in this first run up.
Interesting. All right. Okay. All right, Leslie. Do you think where are we at? The beginning super cycle, mega cycle, trillion year cycle? Wait, Leslie, you're muted.
You're muted, yeah.
People on my team say I call the top 15 times and I've been wrong. I wasn't here on the 2017 market, so I keep saying are we 2017 June? Are we 2017 November? Are we 2017 December? And most of the time they're like, 2017 September. I'm like, but my mom just asked me about Dogecoin, and she just bought some in her account, and there's all this kind of crazy stuff going on. I mean, from the primary side, we see a lot of deals. I think it hasn't reached the level of mania yet, but it's getting there. So just from looking at the primary side, people are still somewhat reasonable on their raises. They're still, below 100. They're not doing like 500 million market cap, 3 dudes and a docs end yet. But with the money coming in, it could get there. I hope there's still ways to go. I mean, I'm still long, but then of course I look at the charts every day, so it's not like for the average person, if you know what I mean. Like they all need to do their jobs, right? So, yeah, I'm not really answering the question, but from the primary side, it feels like it's not that crazy yet, and it could still go crazier on the primary side. Yeah.
All right, Nate, you're mega bull, mega reg,
Yeah.
or mega bullish.
I'm mega bullish. I think it's going to be 2022. Chinese New Year is my guess.
Chinese New Year is gonna kill it again.
I
The
feel like-
Asians.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna come through and bear everything. Just gonna come through. And that's it. I don't know. I remember that's probably the first time I got wrecked. It was like Chinese New Year 2018 or something like that. That's like the traumatizing. So I'm just like, if it repeats, it's gonna be around there. That's just like I'm probably completely wrong though, but that's just my prediction.
Yeah, and I think for me, like I'm going month by month, but like it seems so far that I haven't even seen the same insanity we saw in 2017. So like towards the end of 2017, that was when people got very that was when it got scary, and I don't think we're still on the scary side yet. I mean, I feel like the market's like, sure, people are asking about Dogecoin, but it's being featured on SNL, right? That's the insanity part about it.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say though that I saw like the chatter about Dogecoin is insane right now. Because Elon's doing SNL skit, but I do have to warn people. I'll tell you. Okay, instead of saying I have to warn people, I'll tell you guys my strategy. So I did enter a position into Doge earlier this week, and I did take some profits already because I feel like it's a situation where everyone's going to hype out for an event. So towards a run up off a particular event, that's a typical crypto thing where during the people buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So I would warn people to be a little bit be careful around the time on Saturday. Like that would be. If the event ends up being a little bit disappointing, or especially with the expectations on Doge right now, it's gonna be insane. But yeah, I took some profits on my Doge bull. It's been a little bit crazy, but I still hold some. Looking to cash out like maybe Friday, right before like Saturday run up. So that's my 2 cents. But yeah, like I guess. Do you guys, do you guys take this as I feel like my mentality's shifted a lot recently. Like it's a situation where, back in 2017, I would have never touched something like Doge because I feel like it has no value. But I guess, if people give it value, I don't know. It's so hard to say these days, right? So I feel like, the masses are moving in a quite a predictable fashion. They just love the memes, like that seems to be the case, right?
Yeah, I also think that people are realizing that community is such an important. I think it's the most important thing of besides the technology and the development. I feel like community is the most important thing. Some people argue it might be marketing next, but I feel like without people giving it value and believing in you, like you don't have a project. It doesn't matter how good you are. If without the people to help you and support you, it's nothing. So
well,
I feel like with that, like, community is the marketing. It does the marketing for you. So it's like if you got that community, then you've got that reach.
Yeah,
and a good product too. I mean, like looking at Travala as well. People need to travel, right? And people want to pay with crypto to travel. So, at the end of the day, there was a perfect market fit for this. And crypto people probably very, very well off, very wealthy people too. So, if you target a particular sector, especially after this year, I feel like that's going to be an opportunity. So I think we're towards the end of the segment. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This is the second Crypto with Friends. We're going to do more in the future. I hope to bring you guys more on as guests to chill and chat. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. For sure I did. For everyone watching, please do smash the likes. And also, if you guys want to come on the show, shoot me a message. I mean, Robin, I think he's one of the best community members. I really appreciate him on channel. Tim and Nate. Leslie, thank you so much for your amazing 8th season. Leslie always phrases 8th season in the most sophisticated way possible. I love it. So and Matt, thank you so much. Check out how do we I always mispronounce it. Who do we or how do we check out how do we guys. Thank you guys all so much for watching. See you guys in the next stream, same time next week. Laters, guys.